So factoring trinomials, I have two sets of trinomials here. And the first thing I have to do is, let's write them in standard form. So let's make sure they're in standard form, which is from highest degree and descending from there on. So x squared, x, and then your constant. So if I take a look at this, I have my highest degree here, which is got the squared. Then I have a number without a variable, so that's my constant. That should be here. And this number here should be my b, -7. So I'm gonna just rearrange these two. So this is a -7v. So I'm gonna write v squared, a -7v, and then a +10. Now that it's in this form, I ask myself, can I factor anything out of this equation? The only thing we can factor out, or the greatest common factor, would be 1. So it wouldn't change much. So the first thing is, can anything factor? Once we've done that, what we're gonna do is multiply a times c. So these are my a, coefficient a, and my constant c. Okay, and then in this case would be 1 times, can't look at that one, gotta look at this one. 1 times +10. So I'm gonna find multiples of that 10 and list them off: 1, 10, 2, and 5. So I've heard some people call this Texas. I was never taught this way. But it makes sense. I like it. So when I multiply, I must get a +10. So this is a +10. I'm gonna mark it as my multiplication. Then my addition, because I have an addition sign in there too, has to be b, whatever coefficient b is, and coefficient b would be -7. So I would have to get a -7. So 1 plus 10 gives me 11. Is not -7. So this one would not meet that. Even if I give this one a negative, give both of them a negative, because when you multiply, they will still give you a positive. It would still be a -11, which is not -7. Here, 2 plus 5 is 7. So if we give both of these a negative, so -2 plus a -5, I get a -7. Good. And then -2 times a -5 gives me a +10. So those are the two numbers I want. And since my leading coefficient is 1, I can go straight into just the 2 parentheses and write in the variable used and then the numbers. So -2 and a -5. Now, taking a look at the other equation over there, I'm going to follow these same steps. Make sure that it's in descending order. It is. Ask myself if I could factor anything, and in this one I could. My greatest common factor was a 2. So if I distribute here, I would get my original equation. So let's take a look at this inside portion right here. Look at that trinomial, and I'm gonna do the same thing and multiply a times c, which is gonna come out to -54. So 1 times a -54, and it's supposed to add up to give me a +3. So by the looks of it, looks like 9 and 6 will work here. Remember, I have a plus and a multiplication sign inside there. I have 9 plus 6 does not give me 3. But if I give the 6 a negative, 9 plus a negative 6 would give me a positive 3. And a 9 times a negative 6 would also give me a negative 54. So those are my numbers. Actually, I'm gonna bring it down here since I need more room. I have a 2 factored outside of the original equation. So let's remember, I can go directly into just the 2 parentheses since my leading coefficient inside is just 1. So x, positive 9, and a negative 6.